with reading performance versus math. I just don't think we're going to be able to make a direct correlation between math and writing, other than just our high kids are high, our low kids are low. So I don't know that it's really going to be a useful tool for informing your instruction. I think having them write and analyzing that in the conference time is going to be far better than math or state testing or any of that.
And that's harder to, we found as a district, having those high kids show the growth is difficult. I feel like this definitely.
What do you guys think about 8th grade, as our schedule is now, is a 45-minute period? That's all. That's for all ELA.
For reading and writing?
Well,
yeah. I mean, it's not, you're not going to be
enough.
able to do it. I mean,
That's,
90 is not enough.
As I look at it,
I was going to say, if you're considering not being self-contained, I have 2 language arts classes, and the grading and the fitting everything into my 90-minute block is difficult.
Yeah.
3rd grade is not set up that way, and they're having an easier time.
Because 3rd grade
Changing it up.
More
self-contained.
for the most part.
So,
What did you say, Theo?
So they have more flexibility if they need a little extra time.
And it's
We have
6th
2
and
hours,
7th
that's
grade,
still not
we have double blocks, so we
Yeah.
have right at 90 minutes. I just have all of the 7th grade, which is not, not that large.
So you have 90 now, you said?
Yes.
Oh.
So if
Yeah.
we were
Sixth, seventh
going to
grade.
implement for 8th, we'd have to talk about
for 8th.
blocking.
Yeah,
At least
and I know there's
discuss.
talk of changing our schedule, so.
But if you block, you're really just going to have the same amount of time.
So you
You're going to
drop
cut it in half,
from
you know
90
what I
to
mean?
45 in one grade level?
Yes.
So did our
This
middle
was-
school. I mean, that's a trend.
This was the first year. No, that's wrong. This is not the first year. The 2 or 3 years prior, there was one period that was a double block, and we put lower kids into a double, our double period, for 8th grade. Well, we share teachers 6 to 12, 6 to 12. So there's shared teachers, and just the way our schedule was set up.
Do you have a 7 period day?
Yeah.
Is lunch one of those?
No, it's
No.
contained in 5th period.
So do you have an intervention period or something?
No.
So
Yeah.
we're off time. I just can't.
I know,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
schedule
We can
is
talk about
not
that.
Well,
good.
it takes up to 45.
Yeah.
Where do the kids go?
They have additional electives and specials that they do.
Does that affect your test scores? Do you see drop
Well,
off with 8th?
They're not great right now, so
Well,
that's why we're
overall, they're
investigating the
not
new
great
schedule.
right now
Okay.
anyhow.
We have a
I don't
new- we
think
have a new
that it's
principal this
affected
year,
specifically
so-
8th grade.
Okay.
I don't think that's
They-
affected specifically 8th grade test scores.
45 minutes, I concur. I don't think you'd be as successful if you want
Right.
both reading units and writing. Personally, I think if you start with writing, you pick up so much comprehension within those anyway, and I don't want to speak for you, but you can hit so many of those ELA standards.
I feel like if
in the writing
we
units.
blocked social studies and writing and reading
would
together,
love to do
then we could.
I would love to do
That would get, because a
happen.
lot of this, it kind of goes together.
Yeah, information.
Yeah, because my understanding is it's not based on any specific content. You can choose your content that you're, writing from or anything like that. So we have our 5th grade team who wasn't able to come today, but they do block their ELA and social studies
and
together.
social studies.
I know 4th grade currently
some,
is blocked with
they-
social studies and ELA.
If you're a beginning teacher, though, and new to the units, I think it would be hard to change the content. Like our informational report is American Revolution, which thank goodness is in our social studies standards for
And-
4th,
Mhm.
because but we also did weather, which is in our science
Yeah.
standards, and I don't think I could have done the weather unit and changed the topic. I could.
Yeah, like there was a third
It'll take me a
grade.
few years before.
Yeah,
I
that's-
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to,
Enjoy
but
your
you could just
tax.
do more writing. It would just, I don't know, I would just take up
Well-
more social studies time to fiddle it in and make it kind of work.
In 5th grade, the informational is westward movement, which we don't have. But just to make it easy, because just
Right.
learning, it was so much easier
Do
to
what they
go
say.
with what they had
Yeah,
while
the
we were
prompts.
learning the skills. But I could see where you could easily take your social, but again, for me, teaching 2 classes of language arts, but I don't necessarily have the same students for social studies.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Even though
Yeah.
our content is the same, like at the pacing and what level is so different.
It's hard to
that
count
it,
on things
yeah,
for 2
I,
grades when you don't have
right,
those
right, right.
kids.
Where if
Yeah,
I
that's
had the
tough.
same
Yeah.
subset of class, I could
Yeah.
easily, because I mean, most of my social studies is reading. Because
Right.
I mean,
It
it's,
is, yeah.
it's reading, so it would be so easy to use that time to and incorporate the writing and the informational
So you
stuff.
don't have team concept then in your middle grades where we're on the same team and we share
We
the
call
same
it,
kids.
yeah, I mean, there's only one social studies teacher, there's only one
Oh,
language
they only have
artist. So,
three
yeah, we're a team.
teachers.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or
There's
not.
nobody else.
Yeah. And you might be
I
able
mean-
to pull that off, that
Yeah.
integration,
Yeah.
a lot.
Let me
Easier.
get an understanding of like when you're talking about your mentor texts. Is that what they're called? Like, did you guys have all those? What are your mentor texts? Because I think people that are brand new to it, I mean, our teachers, they haven't had a whole lot of time to. So tell me about those and third, fourth.
There's a set of books that do come with all of
Yeah.
the books
Mhm.
here. There are some they referenced every once in a while that aren't in the set.
Yeah.
I pulled something last night that, off of the Heinemann site that actually lists all the books.
Mhm.
So it's like, oh, well, here that is.
It's a good
Yeah.
inventory
And you can
of
just
what
give
we
that to the
have.
library
Yeah.
too. That's what I did
But
that last
the
time.
ones that you would use most are included.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they're not in 6, 7, and 8.
But then you've got to buy all their books for them
You
to
have to
read.
do a lot of gathering of text sets.
Mhm.
That's one of the big.
More for the reading than the writing in my experience.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing both.
Because you're doing both right
I
now.
would say for the reading, I'm at the library way more than I am for the writing.
Mhm.
But I'm
And do you? I mean, I'm just looking around here. Like you have a lot of sets of classroom sets of books. Do you just were you able to find what you needed within what you had, or you had to buy and purchase additional?
or just
Buy some.
borrow
We're going
from
to
the
the
We've
library.
been buying some
library,
things
yeah.
through the year, but they're finding a lot on their
And
own.
do you need like classroom sets for the entire group
Mm.
of kids, or just?
Like
No.
group sets.
Yeah,
There
like
we do
5
a lot
or
of book
6.
club sort
It's
of
not
thing.
like a class novel.
Okay.
Yeah, so
They
Yeah, that was my
choose,
understanding.
yeah.
Is that it's not
Yeah.
it's not whole group, or we're going to need to buy
no,
30 copies
no,
of
No.
7
No.
different books throughout the year.
no.
No,
So-
but what you'll need are for social studies for the writing for informational text is for American Revolution. You'll need 30 titles that are at a 4th grade level on American Revolution. So
We have
sometimes
a
that's a
tremendous
little
amount of
right.
trade books, so that's a positive
do.
component.
And then we have
Um,
Storia, which is
Yeah.
Mhm.
which
We have that. We have
it
access
has
to that as well.
Storia has saved us on the
yeah,
units.
because they can just go on there and like you can make
You
like
can
I make
you can
sets.
scholarship by
We make a
genre,
collection.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or
and based
the-
on their reading level,
And
which
Story
is
is
nice.
through InfoHio, isn't it? Or is that a purchase?
Plastic.
Well, there's a free for 4th grade teachers through
Okay,
Info
and you
Ohio, but that's a very limited selection.
Okay.
If you go through Scholastic, you get
And it doesn't
thousands
cost.
of
It's
titles.
not that.
So Storia is different than Storyworks.
Oh yes,
Yes.
but they're both Scholastic products.
Yes,
so,
okay.
yeah,
You know they have a ton of different options.
yeah.
It's plastic.
Do you have other specific questions? Because we're going to have to leave in a couple minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, anything that you thought about as far as?
No, I think this has helped tremendously
Yeah. How much
for me.
training were you guys given through summers? Is it part, I think that's a big thing our district, our ELA department is kind of struggling with is, first of all, it's really complicated. Just like you guys said, we can't do this without time.
Yeah, it's huge.
So we're all kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right now, you know, we
Yeah.
have the units.
Right. Oh, it takes a lot of.
I look forward to this summer and us just getting together and kind of working and plowing through it together.
And do you do that on your own?
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of hit the highlights for what
Yeah.
we did
Yeah.
last summer because it's all workshop.
great.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Welcome. We were just talking about what PD we offered last summer and how we implemented that. So I hired Ohio Writing Project from Miami University for general writers workshop that's program agnostic. So that's all about the structure. And a lot of our new teachers have had exposure to that in college, but not everyone, had that. So we started with offering that. We offered one day, 3 different times, so it was the same training. So you could pick June, July, August. Recognizing that's a much bigger investment than typical, but I felt like it was completely needed. So that was one thing, and it was optional, but we only had one teacher, K-5, who did not attend summer training.
And did you pay them for that?
Yes, 150 a day. So if it was a half day, it was 75. Those were full day trainings. So that was the general, and then the other was the specific Lucy Calkins training. We offered that twice, and that was an introduction to the writing units. And that was our coach, Lisa Behe, that's been working with us this year. So recognizing that that's just getting your feet wet. I mean, literally, and chime in here, guys. It was like, open the box, take the shrink wrap
Boxes
off.
were not
Let me
open.
tell you what you have here. I mean, that took hours,
Yeah,
really.
right.
Open the book, see the overview, you must read it. Let's
And
take a few
logging
minutes and read
into
it.
all this.
So
and
that was well worth the time in investment, because it's just hard to do that stuff on your own.
Well,
You
you
might
only
have one
sit
person
there.
in the grade level that
Yeah.
spends all weekend on it, and you've got another that has a baby that is barely getting by in terms of planning. So it was worth the investment.
And that was 2 days?
That was 2 days, but it was one day of training. I offered it once in June, once in July, identical pick, because people had vacations. So that was expensive, but what we decided as a district administratively was, we're gonna buy the units and we're gonna invest, because the cost is less than typical curriculum adoptions.
Mm-hmm. And we're
The boxes
running on
are
a
not,
skinny
they're a
budget.
great deal. So instead of buying all this fancy Pearson online stuff and this, that, and the other, this is much more affordable, and we believe much richer, and will be more effective than the other. So now we can spend money, curriculum money, on training. So our superintendent was very supportive, and he's a big believer in, $150 is not much to come in during the summer, but it's something.
But the sooner you open this and read it, the better you'll be, because we got it pretty late.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't make our
Reading and writing.
adoption decision
Yeah.
until late May.
It was, I would
Late May.
recommend
So it was like,
getting it early and reading it.
So then the
'cause,
coaching,
yeah.
she's been here, 3 days or 2 full days? I get it mixed
She's
up
been
with
here 2
Stephen Bell.
different times. She came in the fall.
Yeah, and
And
so we,
then she did 2 full days then, and then this past one, she did a day and a half.
so she, day 1 modeled,
Mhm.
and we watched her. And then day 2, the last, 3 weeks ago, we had teacher volunteers, and they did a mini lesson, and we observed. So peer-to-peer observation, coach feedback, discussion, just,
And this is the
Coaching.
same model, just for our teachers, this is the same model that we've used with the math adoption, of doing the modeling and then the peer-to-peer coaching, traditional staff development during the summer. So my plan is to do the same model that you guys have done, and that we've done with our math adoption. So,
anything you want to,
Is there-
I'm sorry.
Is there anything we want to add before you guys gotta go? Anything?
I put some notes out that
Yeah.
are, we didn't go over most of that, but some of it's really big, like just
Thank
focusing
you.
on the
Thank
mini
you.
lesson the first year and not trying to do everything.
And
Like,
then-
that just will make you not go
I
crazy.
did print out the scope and sequence, and it does have the 6, 7, 8, it's got reading and writing there.
wonderful. We'll take
Because
that and make copies.
sometimes they're not in the right order.
Yeah, you
Or the
don't-
reading
I noticed that when I
We-
sent you,
yeah,
they weren't in the
oops.
same
We
order.
did some things in the wrong order this year, oops. We should
It
have
doesn't,
done.
I mean, it's not
We just
hateful
thought that
to
they,
do
if
it that
it's
way,
book
but-
1, it should be
Right.
first,
Yeah.
and book 2 should be second.
And
not
because she's
necessarily.
ahead of me, I'm doing it in the correct order, thanks to Amy. I'm skipping to that, and it does make more
Her
sense.
test scores are gonna be better than mine.
Have that noted on her
She's gonna
file.
have literary essay done before. And
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for
So,
taking time out of your plan to give us the real deal. Thank you
We
so
put
much.
some of our emails on there too. Feel free to
Thank you,
email us.
that's
Yes.
great.
And
Yeah.
feel
I
free
would
to-
love to have a Dayton area collaboration
Yeah.
group. There's so much online, that Facebook stuff
Oh,
is
the
awesome.
Facebook, the
I
Facebook
did
page.
like
I mean,
is
Lucy
great.
Calkins will answer sometimes, it's really
Or she'll just
helpful.
come up and talk to
she'll
you
talk to you at a
in the
conference.
middle
We
of
met
a
her,
hotel
yeah.
lobby and start talking.
Amy, what time's your special today?
Thank you.
My special is 9:45.
Okay.
Sure.
They're gonna go and watch Shelley at 10, and then after that, they're gonna come back here and talk, so
What time's the latest?
you've got a class. You're in a class then.
9:45 to 10:30 is my
Like maybe
special.
10:15 to 10:45?
10:15 to 10:30 I can do. My
Okay.
kids come back at 10:30.
Okay, then maybe if they come back here and wanna ask more questions, because Shelley's gonna come back.
Yeah.
So if you wanna come back, that'd be
Okay.
more
Okay.
welcome.
Let me make sure I know what I'm doing for the day.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, This is Darcy Fitch. She's our 4th
Hi.
grade teacher. Mike Baldridge, the principal
to
here
meet
at
you.
Bell Creek, and Tammy Hicks, our 3rd grade teacher.
Nice to
So,
Nice to meet you.
let me
Oh.
turn this.